Hi, my name is Muhammad Shazli Ifan bin Muhammad Shukri. So first I will introduce about the introduction. Sustainable development refer to effort to address a challenge in the social, economic and environmental sector by planning a strategy that balance the need of the present and the future generation while preventing harm to the natural environment. This means that sustainable development is about achieving a balance between the current needs without compromising the ability of the future generation. For example, protecting our forests, water and clean air while still being able to grow our economy and being environmentally safe to the nature. In practice, this means that every one of us has a role to play, protect and sustain the nature of our environment. For example, politicians, civil society and the public must all take the step to adopt and practice the guideline to make sustainable development work. Government should create smart policies that protect the environment, and civil society should raise awareness and help people get on the track.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Awni binti Azmi. My metric number is 2023140611. This campaign focuses on three key issues. First, reducing food waste can greatly help fight climate change. Around 1/3 of global food production, 1.3 billion tons of food is wasted yearly, producing up to 8% of human-caused greenhouse gas emission. Simple action like freezing food, shopping wisely and composting and donating leftover can make a big difference. Secondly, economic sustainability depends on consumer choices. Responsible and ethical consumption support a healthier planet and society. Consumers must decide whether to buy for personal need or also consider their impact on the environment and others' well-being. Lastly is women are 40% more likely than men to live in extreme poverty globally, with the gap rising up to 8% in some regions like Central and Southeast Asia. This campaign aims to raise awareness of this inequality and encourage collective action to close the gender poverty gap and support those most in need. That's all.
Hi, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. My name is Alia Izaiha and my student ID is 2023509475. Today, I will be presenting on the topic of stakeholders involved in awareness campaigns for sustainable development. There are three main stakeholders that I will be focusing on. Firstly, politicians, civil society and the public. The first stakeholders is politicians who play a major role through policy making and leadership. Politicians are responsible for enacting laws and policies that directly support sustainable development. This includes introducing strong environmental legislation. In addition to policy, they allocate public funds towards the research, development and building sustainable infrastructure, such as clean energy projects or public transportation systems. Political leaders also promote sustainability through advocacy, encouraging a public participation and cross-sector collaboration. They also promote policy coherence among government agencies to achieve sustainability goals. Secondly, politicians play a vital role in leadership and advocacy for sustainable development. They are in a position to expand their influence by becoming a champion for sustainability both nationally and globally. By incorporating sustainability into political agendas, they can encourage more open dialogue with the public, stakeholders and private sectors. These help us to find a shared understanding and commitment towards the long-term goals. Politicians also play an important part in international collaboration. Through diplomacy, they can address global environmental issues like climate change, deforestation and biodiversity loss. They attend global summits, sign environmental treaties and work together with international organizations to create a collective impact. Next, we have civil society, which includes non-governmental organizations, NGOs, community groups and activists. Civil society plays a role in actively raising awareness of sustainable development through coordinated advocacy. They play an important part in influencing a public opinion and promoting a necessary legislative reforms, and they spearhead the actualization of concrete grassroots sustainable development projects, for example, community gardens and recycling programs. And lastly, facilitate broad engagement of stakeholders, community, private companies and government for cohesive and integrated policy. Lastly, we have the public who are at the heart of all sustainability efforts. They can assess and comprehend knowledge as the first step towards effective public engagement. They can also adopt an actual behavioral change in the field of sustainability, moving beyond a mere knowledge and generally connect with people and motivate action through relevant information. They can easily incorporate a sustainable practice into everyday routines, such as example for food waste reduction.
Assalamualaikum, and my name is Nurin Balkish Meti Abdul Kadir. So in this slide, I will highlight the main challenges related to food waste, economic sustainability, and women economic empowerment. First, food waste remains a major issue due to low public awareness about its environmental impact. Many people do not realize that food waste produces a methane, a potent greenhouse gas, which worsen climate change. Additionally, the lack of proper infrastructure and weak government policy make it difficult to recover or compost food waste effectively. Second, economic sustainability face challenges because consumers often struggle to identify truly eco-friendly products. Greenwashing by companies creates confusion and skepticism. Moreover, many consumers prioritize convenience and low prices over sustainable choices, which hinders the shift toward more sustainable consumption. Third, women's economic empowerment is limited by underrepresentation in policy making, which means their specific needs are often overlooked. Cultural norms and traditional roles restrict women's participation in the economy and contribute to persistent wage gap. This is especially true in rural areas where access to resources and opportunity is scarce. Now, I will discuss some effective strategies to tackle down these challenges. To reduce food waste, education programs like Food Waste Warriors are crucial. They raise awareness among student community about the importance of planning meals and composting. Government policy aimed at reducing food waste, such as food recovery laws and tax incentives for donation, also played a vital role. Additionally, technology solutions like the Too Good To Go app help redistribute surplus food to consumers and minimizing waste. Next, for promoting economic sustainability, transparent eco-labeling such as Fair Trade or Rainforest Alliance help consumers make informed purchasing decisions. Government initiatives like Malaysia Government Invest Tax Allowance encourage businesses to adopt greener practice. Community-based initiatives, including such as repair cafes and local swap events, foster sustainable consumption and reduce waste. Lastly, empowering women economically requires a strong legal framework that promotes gender equity, such as Malaysia Anti-Discrimination Law. Vocational training programs specifically designed for women, such as Tivet Jalita, equip them with valuable skills for workforce. Financial empowerment projects such as iSayan help women gain control over their finance by relocating provident funds.
My name is Nurzarin Sharmin, and I'll talk about the conclusion. In conclusion, it takes more than just legislation to promote sustainable development. It also calls for widespread awareness, collective action, and long-term commitment from all levels of society. Engaging political leaders, civil society, and the general public are important to stakeholders in the planned campaign, which seek to close gaps between policy and practice. Emphasizing the reduction of food waste, the promotion of ethical economic behavior, and the empowerment of women, the campaign addresses important issues where immediate and inclusive action may result in significant improvements. Through leadership, legislation, and investments in sustainable infrastructure, politicians may affect change. In order to organize communities, ensure accountability, and turn policies into action, civil society is important. With the correct information and resources, the general population can make a difference through regular sustainable practice. Transparent labeling, education campaigns, legislative incentive, and gender-focused program can help in overcome persistent challenges, including misinformation, a lack of infrastructure, and social difficulties. Cross-sector collaboration should be given top priority in the campaign, especially among local communities, NGO, and government agencies. Increasing public engagement through media, education, and community events will contribute to the integration of sustainability into daily life. This program could help Malaysia achieve its sustainable development goals and help create a more inclusive, equitable and environmentally responsible future with continued evaluation and adaptation. So that's the end of our group presentation. Thank you.